I don't do live stuff, or very seldom. No, I prefer television. That's my sort of, my meat.
The Benny Hill Show was a groundbreaking British comedy series that captivated audiences from its debut in 1955 until its conclusion in 1989. Renowned for its slapstick humor, satirical sketches, and memorable musical numbers, the show achieved immense popularity and became a cultural phenomenon. Its success was bolstered by a talented cast, including Benny Hill himself, along with iconic performers like Henry McGee, Bob Todd, Jackie Wright, and Ken Sedd. Today, we're looking at the lives of these key cast members, exploring their careers beyond the show, and detailing the circumstances of their later years and deaths. Benny Hill.
A stand-up comedian really is nude up there. You know, you take your life into it's walking a tightrope. You're on your own. There's nobody else on there with you, which is why I don't very often do sort of stand-up stuff. I mean, outside of being on television. On television, it's much more comfortable.
Benny Hill, born Alfred Hawthorne Hill on January 21, 1924 in Southampton, England, was a legendary comedian, known primarily for The Benny Hill Show, a program that combined slapstick comedy, parody, and musical numbers. Debuting in 1955, the show became a global phenomenon, celebrated for its zany humor, rapid-fire sketches, and Hill's signature smirking delivery. His comedic style often featured sight gags and wordplay, with recurring themes of physical comedy and burlesque-style humor. Hill's later years were marked by a decline in his popularity. By the late 1980s, his show faced criticism for perceived sexism and outdated comedic style. In 1989, The Benny Hill Show was canceled by Thames Television, ending its 34-year run. Hill struggled to adapt to the changing comedic landscape, and despite efforts to revive his career, he found it challenging to regain his former glory. He once reflected, quote, "I suppose it is inevitable that when one looks back over the years, one can see how things could have been done differently. I wouldn't change much, but maybe a few sketches here and there." Hill's final years were marked by declining health and a reclusive lifestyle. He lived alone in Teddington, London, and rarely ventured out. He suffered from a series of health issues, including heart problems. In April 1992, his health took a turn for the worse. He was found dead in his home on April 20th at age 68. The cause of death was a heart attack, with his body discovered several days after passing. Henry McGee.
All around the world you can go, and there you can see Benny Hill. He's in some shape, sometimes dubbed, sometimes with subtitles. The one place you can't see him is here. And that's typical of us as a nation, almost frightened of success, because he is the most successful comedian this country has ever produced.
Henry McGee, born May 14, 1928 in South Kensington, London, was a distinguished actor, best known for his work on The Benny Hill Show. Joining the cast in 1968, McGee became a staple of the show, portraying the straight man to Benny Hill's comedic antics. His refined demeanor and impeccable timing provided the perfect foil to Hill's outlandish characters, making him an essential part of the show's success. He often played the roles of announcers, authority figures, and various other characters that required a sense of gravitas and sophistication. His chemistry with Hill was undeniable, and his ability to maintain a straight face amidst the show's chaos added a unique charm. Reflecting on his time on the show, McGee once said, "Working with Benny was always an adventure. His comedic genius was unmatched, and being part of the show was a highlight of my career." In the years after the show, he continued to work in television and theater. His later life was relatively private, and he enjoyed a quieter pace away from the limelight. Henry McGee passed away on January 28, 2006, at age 77. The cause of death was complications from Alzheimer's disease, which he'd been battling for several years. Jon Jon Keefe. Jon Jon Keefe brought a distinctive presence to The Benny Hill Show. Joining the cast in the late 1970s, his performances were marked by his versatility and comedic timing, contributing to the show's enduring popularity. His roles varied, but he frequently portrayed characters that complemented Benny Hill's antics. His ability to adapt to various comedic scenarios made him a valuable asset to the show. After the show ended in 1989, Keefe continued to pursue acting, but found it challenging to achieve the same level of success he had enjoyed during his time on the show. He took on various roles in television and theater and remained passionate about his craft. In his later years, he led a more private life, stepping away from the public eye. His health began to decline and he battled several ailments. Jon Jon Keefe passed away on June 12, 2014 at age 72. The cause of death was complications related to a long-term illness. Sedd. Sedd is best known for his work on The Benny Hill Show, having become a beloved figure through numerous appearances on the iconic series. Joining the show in the 70s, he was known for his remarkable versatility and the ability to bring a wide range of characters to life. His roles often included quirky side characters, policemen, and various comedic personas. His physical comedy and expressive acting made him the perfect fit for the fast-paced, sketch-based format of The Benny Hill Show. He once remarked, quote, "Working with Benny and the cast was a highlight of my career. The atmosphere on set was always vibrant, and Benny's humor was infectious." In his later years, he continued working, although with less frequency. He appeared on various TV shows and stage productions, and his dedication to his craft remained evident. He passed away January 6, 2015, at age 83. The cause of death was natural causes, marking the end of a long and fruitful career in entertainment. Parsons. Parsons was born October 10, 1923 in Grantham, Lincolnshire. He was a British entertainer best known for his work as a television presenter and radio host, but he joined The Benny Hill Show in the early 70s, bringing his distinctive charm and comedic timing. He often played straight man roles that perfectly complemented Benny's comedic antics. Parsons is perhaps best known for his role as the longtime host of the radio game show Just a Minute, which he began hosting in 1967 and continued for over 5 decades. His longevity and success earned him widespread recognition and numerous accolades, including an appointment as a CBE in 2014. He passed away January 28, 2020 at age 96 of natural causes. Bob Todd.
If you can't say something nice about someone, you're talking about Bob Todd.
Bob Todd, born December 15, 1921, in Faversham, Kent, was a talented British actor and comedian, best known for his work on The Benny Hill Show. He joined in the late 60s and became a fan favorite for his robust physical comedy and expressive facial reactions. He often played grumpy old men, bumbling authority figures, and various other comedic personas. After The Benny Hill Show, he continued to work sporadically in television and film. He passed away October 21, 1992 at age 70. The cause of death was complications from a heart attack. Wright.
Are you not afraid that one day these gangsters who are out to kill you will find out who you are?
Indeed I am. I live in terror of being discovered. Absolute terror.
Wright, born September 24, 1905 in Belfast, was a beloved comedian known for his distinctive appearances on The Benny Hill Show. Wright, affectionately called Little Jackie, joined the show in the 1960s and became one of its most memorable performers. His small stature, bald head, and expressive face made him a perfect foil for Benny's comedic antics. He was often featured in slapstick sequences where his head was playfully patted by Hill, or in sketches that highlighted his impeccable timing and physical comedy. In his later years, after the show ended in 1989, Wright retired from acting and lived a quieter life. He passed away January 13, 1989 at age 83. He died of natural causes following a long illness. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory from The Benny Hill Show? Let us know in the comment section below.